Alright guys, we are back at Super Geeks. Doing a little bit of a hobby day for y'all. I'm in the larger picture. Matt.
I brought my son today. He's going to be working on some of his corn army. He's working on some demons. I'm actually going to be working on, for Hordes from Barbecue Press, some Troll Bloods.
And I'm working on a couple knights. I kind of have them piecemeal at the moment, but this Castellan, let me see if I can get it in frame for you. I'm going to be working on this too. Kind of a more chill stream today, not as much action, if you will, but
I thought we'd give it a little bit of a break. We were definitely still wanting to do the battles, trying to get some more people to partake. Last weekend was awesome, but we thought we'd just try a hangout hobby, just kind of working on stuff, talking about things going on with the hobby and things right now. Different even hobbies. Like I said, I'm working on some Hordes and stuff. I know it's not as popular as it once was, but we've been trying to get it going as well.
And if you guys are at home or hobbying, just
pipe up. What do you guys?
Hopefully you'll see some painting or building tips that maybe you haven't seen before or
for sure
had more questions on. I'm currently doing a dry brush. I'm doing that metallic dry brushing that on black that kind of brings a little bit more natural metal look, if you will. Doesn't look as what's the word for it? Just kind of cartoony metal that a lot of the metals give,
Oh, it's more of a sheen.
Yeah, it's more like, oh yeah, this is metal, but it looks a little bit more realistic to it.
Alex, you want to tell anybody what you're working on and what you're specifically working on? Or are you in the zone? In the zone, okay.
You already said that I'm working on it.
Yeah. But I'm sure they wouldn't mind hearing you either.
I just did.
Fair enough. Cameo, Matt.
Yeah, as you
back
guys
to the
see
word.
already, it's starting to get a little bit more metallic look to it compared to the unpainted black leg. But gives it just a little bit more realistic look to it. If I just turned on the light a little bit.
So speaking on that, you kind of got the metal and stuff. Did you your color scheme for those guys yet? You kind of land on one?
Yeah. So I had bought that or that Night Army from Poland recently. And they're very much. It's like a red, slight mechanicum gray or black, and then like gold highlights. So a lot like my Custodes are. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of do that with these today. All of this right here is going to be more of a red. I know right now it looks very washed out by the lights in here, but it's a very matte white. But I also brought some varnish today, so hopefully once I'm done painting it, I can paint on that kind of a matte varnish and get this stuff looking a little bit more, not so shiny and bright.
You don't have to whisper, you can talk. What's up?
Is my drink full after my
Yes,
I
yes.
sipped on my drink without the sign from this.
Correct, you can have your drink.
Look like is it good?
Yes, it's fine, no matter what part of it gets seen.
Hopefully Akuma will be in here soon.
Trying to see who all's on and stuff.
Script is for
I know if anyone's painting today, it's probably Akuma.
who's it?
If he gets on, you can ask him. He is the guy that normally watches us from Britain.
Yeah, Xander, he's our plug from Games Workshop.
Yeah.
I don't understand how bodies go together. Let's watch me their toes.
And with this like metal, you kind of just really want to just build it up slowly. So, you know, as you guys can see, it's got a little bit more. I wish this camera had a little bit better quality with getting the background, but seems
That's
like
definitely looking good.
seems like the focus point's a little back. But yeah, it's a lot of the metal just kind of giving it that, you know, worn look to it.
Well, and if you get a good palette and layers, and yeah, you can definitely build that up, and it's
It's not hard either. It's you literally just have to get the dry brush going and it comes out pretty easy. Okay, now that I have that one done, let's move on.
Do it. Let me see. What are you trying to do? Let me show. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your best thing. Is look. Okay. Just like this. So you just slowly lift it a little bit off the top until you get real close. Now once you get close, just grab it right.
What's the matter, Justin?
My dad's there.
No, I'm sorry. I hear trouble.
What's going on?
Rich is here.
Uh-oh. I haven't,
Oh,
seen, I
there
haven't
he
seen- I haven't
is.
seen that guy in forever.
Big
He is
trouble
alive.
here.
What's up?
What's up, guys?
Not too much, not too much. Doing a hangout hobby stream.
Awesome.
What are you working on today?
Well, what?
Do what? So what are you working on today? Up to?
Oh, I'm gonna pick up some tables and ladders from this guy. Get them
Ah.
out of here, get you guys more room.
All good, all good.
Well, at least you can't berate us on stream this time.
Why?
Because you're here.
Oh, it's all right here on the phone.
Oh, shoot.
Oh yeah.
Why was he braiding it?
Giving us a hard time. It's all good. To make it more interesting. We brought you for that, but you've been pretty quiet.
Yeah, what happened to your energy that you had like
Yeah, you were
less than
so
5
quiet.
minutes ago?
I mean,
You're practically bouncing off the walls, Andrew.
Yeah, you camera shy now? You afraid someone's gonna see you doing something?
what?
They'll catch me in the act of being mischievous.
Don't worry, your friends won't see you on here. They're too busy playing Fortnite right now. But then we have
Yeah,
that just kind of gives a
that's
more
looking
natural
good.
metal look to it.
I don't know how to do this.
Do what, buddy? Well, you can take and try to clean them up some. Or when you get to paint them, you just paint them in a certain way that they disappear.
I like that.
Yeah.
But what about
It's all up to you.
this is gonna take way too long.
Yeah, that's part of my problem. Here's a question for everybody. When you guys are building stuff, what do you do with mold lines? Are you like me? I take way too long, but it's just something I do, where I go through and try to clean up every mold line I can, or just get them as well as I can. Or do you just kind of get them decent and try to do a paint job that hides it?
I personally don't even mess with mold lines. I literally paint over it most of the time.
I almost damn much of this guy's horn.
Xander, what do you think?
Um,
We're right in the middle.
I think we can, with like enough, you can make the lines look like scratches or something.
Oh, there's a good idea.
Enough work.
Take and do some stuff to make it look like battle damage or something.
If like you can't paint over it and then the painting doesn't work, you can like edit the line and make it look like a scratch
It's not a bad idea. With some of them.
or something. I don't know.
No, I like it.
I mean, it's a good idea. How much dry brushing do you normally do? Are you more of
Actually,
a wet palette kind of
Actually,
guy?
a decent amount. I mean, you can get a lot of work done fairly quick with dry brushing, and then go in and do your detail and stuff. But for the most part, yeah, I don't. I mean, I wouldn't say I go super heavy, but I do quite a bit of dry brushing when I do paint.
You forgot
So-
the thing that I use to clean off my things too.
All good.
This, just to show a little bit of a comparison, here is without the dry brush, this is with it, and it's not much paint at all. You literally get as much of the paint off as possible from your brush, and you just go over it really quickly, and it hits all the raised areas while leaving your kind of lower areas still unaffected, I would say.
Yeah.
And then it kind of, with the black, it kind of gives it that more, what would you call it? Not really rusty look, but like corrosion, I guess.
It's weathered.
Yeah.
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 Battle hardened.
There you go. Battle hardened.
Matt.
Oh yeah. Well, it's looking really good on the camera. I mean, that guy's looking pretty tough.
Oh, I can't wait. So
I want to paint.
We get those guys built, we will.
Okay, and then our final piece, a big honking head. Almost as big a head as Rich. I mean, what?
What? You're lucky Rich didn't hear that.
Yeah, Rich is too distracted to hear anything.
Now, who's talking smack back here?
I was saying to telling the stream that the
It was a
knight's,
stream.
the knight's head's almost as big as yours, but
Yep, time to log in.
Justin, you got the band ready, right?
Yep.
Okay.
The old band hammer.
And I remember.
Dan, do you want some Skittles?
Yeah.
All
He already had coffee.
If you guys want to give me say I got a big head, I'm going to get Xander on sugar.
Hey, these guys, I am an innocent bystander, and that's just icing on the cake. Tell Rich, what'd you drink with breakfast this morning?
I don't know
A
what
caramel
I forgot. the-
frappe?
Yeah.
You missed it right before the stream. Someone was bouncing off the walls. As soon as I said, "Okay, stream's going,"
Silence.
The shyness comes out.
Oh yeah, he's getting camera shy. We'll get him comfortable though.
oh, rip.
Did you thank him for those?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Rich.
You're welcome, bud.
That's just the dry brushing that I'm doing right here.
Make it the band hammer, but the unbanned sword with the safety.
Looks pretty good.
Oh, did you hear? Did you
The,
hear
the
that?
only problem is I have to paint that one too. And the person I bought it from didn't clean up any of the like screw bits when they snipped them,
Yeah.
and it's all already put together, so I can't do anything to it other than pray that I get in all the mix and crannies. So it's gonna be a fun one. I mean, I paid $45 for it.
Yeah.
Yes, bud.
I'm pretty sure the guy the guy that sold it got into the Imperial Knights, went, I don't know if Warhammer's right for me.
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
Sold all of his stuff.
And that's
Because each one sold for like $45 on eBay.
I think that's a great idea. I love that you like converting them.
Oh, conversions are the best.
I think that's later tonight what the two of us are going to be doing. He's got some cool ideas for these Corn bloodletters, and I've got my Weird Boy for 40K to do up, trying to get some of these Troll Bloods going. So next weekend, when we do some Warhammer or War Machine stuff, get ready with Mike and Weller and all them.
See, I noticed with conversions, you're more of a like small character converter,
Oh yeah.
and I've done all the vehicle stuff, like all the big.
See, and I'm definitely I love playing here and there, but as far as like that's why I take a lot longer to do a lot of the building and painting.
Yeah.
I have a lot more fun. That'd be a question for everybody. I mean, I enjoy the building part, I think, a little bit more. How does everybody else feel about that? I mean, you guys kind of like building, painting. What part of the hobby is priority for you?
I want to paint.
You like to paint?
I still remember that you promised me that you're gonna be able to convert what's his name, Skybrand.
That's your
into,
story.
Like,
You tell
some
me.
part of like he has like a symbiote. I remember saying that, or it's like half spoiler or something.
Well, you work
and
more
he
on
never
that.
answered me back.
You work more on that idea and let me know what you want to do, and I will absolutely
Like
help you.
I can make him like kind of look like Carnage.
You want to make
Both
him like
red
a
and orange.
make like a Carnage?
Like two colors.
Are you a Carnage fan?
I haven't watched the movie.
But do you like Carnage?
Is that Carnage is kind of dead.
You're gonna speak up.
Carnage is kind of. I don't like.
He's trying not to spoil it.
I don't like the DC. I like the DC character. I don't like the like
Movie.
what the word means.
The Sony movie character.
I was gonna say I think because Carnage is
Like that.
Marvel, not DC.
Or what?
You're failing me. You're failing me.
Yeah,
You're
now
failing
that-
me.
You need to give those Skittles back now.
But I think what he's saying is he likes that character, but he doesn't like the
What's
Sony version.
Okay.
Thinking about running Dice Masters on like every other Wednesday night.
Okay.
Because like I told him that way I can force him to stay late since he's closed the next day.
For sure. I gotta see how much longer I'm on first shift, but yeah, I mean, depending on
Can I be here?
hours, even on third shift, I can sleep during the day. And
Dad,
yeah, on Wednesdays that I have you, absolutely.
I'll come.
In fact,
What game are we playing now?
well, that's gonna be day. It's the one we gotta learn. So we'll talk when we get done with this.
Dice Master?
Yep, we'll go check out some Dice Master stuff and see about
Okay.
getting some.
That is finally done.
I don't know what Dice Master is,
Well, we're gonna learn it.
but it sounds like a poker game.
I know Zach and Jeff want to get back out and do it too, so.
Yep. Jeff was here last weekend, and we were talking a little bit about it.
So there's
Where's
more
your
of
friend
this.
that you said that was super tall?
I don't know. He might be coming in later.
This one's completely all metallic up. There's a little bit of dry brushing on all of it. Top is still not really done yet, but I'll make it the other one.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting more into the converting stuff though.
Yeah, when it comes to 40K, there's, like you said, there's the people that like to build and paint more, do all that stuff. I like it, but I'm definitely more of a competitive player. I like playing the game and figuring out the different factions and stuff.
Oh yeah.
How each one plays, what
I
their
wonder
strengths
what
and
the like
weaknesses are.
spectators like the people on Twitch what they use to like wipe off like the
Ask them.
things that they made up.
You can ask me.
I just asked them.
You asked me, and I don't even know what you asked.
Like what do they use to like brush off?
Oh, like for cleaning up models and things.
Yeah, like we use toothbrushes.
Yeah, what are some go-to items that you guys use when you're assembling things? Like we use toothbrushes to clean things up, or X-Acto knives, different things like that. What are there any maybe some things that we're not thinking of that are you guys have found useful?
They said something.
And if you're watching on YouTube, please leave a comment on that. It'd be really interesting to see all the different
Yeah, some of the
ways
different.
that you guys are doing it.
I'm just looking at trying to see if what they said.
Okay, that side's done. Now these set buttons.
Isn't there like something where on like Twitch where you can do it, where you can like answer calls from like people, from like spectators, and they like.
Well, we have the comment section here that we're talking with people on.
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about?
No, like.
He's talking about like the Ask Wubby thing, where
Like,
there's like a call, like a line, Google line.
I've
Okay.
like watched a YouTube video where they had it where they were like doing a Twitch stream or something. I don't remember which video, but like they're like the people in chat they could like call and they could like say through the microphone like a question and like you could answer it or something.
That's cool.
I don't remember what it's called. I just remember that's something. I just remember seeing it. I think since these are like the ones on your back, they don't need any protection.
All right, guys, enjoy your hobbies.
Yeah, it was good seeing you.
Get some
Yeah.
good work done.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you guys later. Just let us know furthermore on
Do you guys have like
day we're starting stuff. Told him he's checking out, and as soon as they get them back in stock, there's a couple he's gonna order for me. So we'll get rolling. We'll get him. We'll get Goofball because Cook was in last weekend too, and they were playing. I watched a little bit of them doing some. And it looks pretty.
Yeah, it's fun. It's not an expensive hobby to get into.
Oh no, it looked like it at all.
I wonder.
And we got a ton
if
of cards
they,
and dice, so we can always build decks through out of ours too. So.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, count on it though. We'll definitely.
Okay.
How do you show how much like spectators we have?
Well, it's not on mine.
But I wonder if like they have any like workarounds for like special things. Or like, do you guys have like a workaround for like a problem? Like if there's like something that like something you can't get off, do you have like something that you do to like take it off? I'm asking if they know any workarounds or something.
You gotta be a little more descriptive. What do you mean by workaround?
I don't know.
Oh, these dry brushing this. I'm so glad I piecemealed mine. Now that I'm looking at this one, mine was so much easier just to slap paint on and dry brush. This is just like trying to fit your brush in the smallest spaces.
There's like every one of its heads fit in one of them, and it doesn't. Doesn't fit that one. This might be the big guy's tongue. I'm sure it has a different marking. They you stole the head of my dude. Remember that when you stole my guy, one of my guys that I'm not using's heads for your
For conversion.
yeah, and I was gonna convert it.
I didn't steal it, I was asking.
And I never said yes.
Or you forgot you said yes.
No, I never said yes, and I know it.
Well, who bought you V-Bucks?
I actually not in a long time.
Not in a long time, he says.
I was gonna use that head as like a shoulder pad because I couldn't use it on anyway. I was gonna use it as a shoulder pad. But give me that back. Give me this head back. Give me money. This guy would be great. Don't worry, Dad. If I have another box out, I'll show you again.
We'll take and check at home what bits we have. It's okay. If you have a good idea for it, I think that's awesome.
I'm not telling you.
How's it going?
What's up, bud?
Not much.
What's up, Connor?
What are you guys doing the hobby street?
Yeah, working on some stuff. What are you up to today?
Oh, just doing some shopping for some paints and then hoping if the weather clears up, get some yard work done.
There you go.
This thing were pretty easy to magnetize, I'm guessing.
It would have been if I would have waited, but I don't think I'm going to magnetize it anymore. It's
Hurts me slowly. Oh, is this the
That's the laser.
weapons you were talking about earlier?
I knew
Yeah,
it.
Okay.
No, that's not the
This was
carapace
tied
weapon.
to that guy.
Oh.
The carapace weapon goes on that little hole right there.
Oh, is it like a big,
One's an AA gun. There's like missile pods.
yes,
and,
okay, I know what you're talking about. Is
Yeah.
this a, that is an Omnibus class.
This is it's like a Castellan.
Oh, I didn't realize you got the Castellan.
You could,
Yeah.
stick off that tongue and attach it to your like staff.
Oh,
Your,
that's
like,
nice.
That one doesn't. When this one doesn't. When the person that built it,
Oh, is this one of the free built ones?
yeah,
It's not.
that was the one that I got for like $45 on eBay.
To like your,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the dude literally like
boy's staff.
he bought the model, put it together, didn't like 40K, and then sold it, and did not get like any of his money back.
Profit.
Profit for me. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it.
That's all I'm hearing.
I'm getting all this putting together and not making it work.
You're silly.
Much rather paint. If you're not gonna take it to
Oh.
Use 'em.
if you're not gonna take it to
But yeah,
for
Connor,
that,
I'm doing this. So you know how this
I don't know what I'm gonna
one of
put
these
it
guns on the
on,
Castellan's
but
plasma?
Yeah.
sure it
I
will
think
be
they just like the new rules for it. Is it the plasma decimator?
Is it fun?
I'm not sure. I think so. Yeah, the one that has the overcharge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Did you see
We're-
the new rules for it?
Yeah.
I think it's an extra strength, damage, and AP pretty much.
Well,
I'm not gonna use this guy.
so the old rules, the supercharge, is now the normal, just standard. charge.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But it gets an additional AP.
Yeah, like
Which
all
is
the
ridiculous.
profiles just went up as
Yeah.
numbered.
If you
That's
so good.
that one basically the
They did change the mortal wound rule though.
yeah.
So
Which
now you take 2. But,
I mean that makes sense. Like
but you're not having to supercharge it all the time anymore.
oh yeah. I mean, if you are taking down a knight, then sure, you're going to want to supercharge it. But,
I mean, if you're shooting at pretty much anything else.
yeah, you just like,
Necessary.
8 strength, wounding on 3s or 4s, or wounding on 3s or 2s. Oh well.
Still 2 damage.
Except for that new tank. That Rogel Dorn tank,
Oh, the
apparently.
Dorn one, yeah.
Was it 9 toughness?
I think Beyblades are going up, or they leak, not Beyblades, and like that chassis going up to T9 too.
Really?
I think so.
That's
I think I saw it with the same, like with the lease for the Rover Lorn thing.
a little gross.
These guys.
I'm not gonna complain too much about it. I kind of like it.
No, I definitely like it. Especially if Travis gets more into guard.
Oh yeah.
That'll be sick.
Should I not fit on that guy?
Yeah, did you hear,
You know what I could
Travis
do?
moved back?
Yeah, I heard that. Can't wait for him to be
If that
back.
doesn't fit, I
He's
can.
back.
Oh, is he already back?
Yeah, he accidentally got a job at Keystone.
Accidentally or on purpose? Because that's a good job.
It was purposeful, like to go get the interview and everything, but they were like, you gotta start Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
Good for him then,
He's
because
good for that.
Keystone's paying good money right now.
Oh yeah.
This isn't an ad for Keystone, but Keystone, if you want to give us money, we know you have it.
Who's Keystone?
Did he find out what he's doing?
You'll have to ask him. I can't remember what he said. He does, but
I mean, it's Keystone, so something with RVs.
I think it's he's like loading and unloading.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what he said.
That's not a bad.
Yes.
That's not bad at all.
But he's gonna get forklift certified.
We're gonna have a friend that's forklift certified finally. Heck yeah!
Kids stuff.
Do you need this?
Let's go steal a McDonald's.
Like a warning.
You mean from McDonald's? No. The entire McDonald's.
I don't need to right now.
I have 2 choices for this head. I can take away like
All
this,
right, I
like,
think.
the flyer off the banner, or on the banner, I can.
Yeah, everything is
like skull on the
ready to
side.
put some. Connor, ready to put some actual color on now.
What color scheme are you doing on it? The Aerodons?
So no, so I'm doing the color scheme that I bought from Poland. That red, like it's a really dark red,
Oh yeah.
but I'm gonna make it a little bit more
Have to
like
go like this,
shifting.
where it's like on.
Because his was like mostly a red and like black red
Or I can
combined.
have it
Yeah.
as like a-
So I'm gonna be
as
using,
like a shoulder
like,
pad.
start off with this orange,
Which one
or like this bloody red,
Oh.
and then go into gory red, and then finally scarlet shoulder
Oh, I don't have the blood rush. I have a fire like orange.
should get down to that.
Oh yeah, that'll look good.
I almost thought it said scarlet rot for a second. I almost had flashbacks. Caleb, what?
I don't want to go back to Ohio.
Port Ohio.
I got machine boards.
Yeah. Did I tell you I got a, like some dude sold me a War Machine, the, what's, Cygar? Signar and who are the mercenary looking dudes, the green. They're
Oh,
like
the
undead.
mercenaries.
No, they're undead.
Oh, Cricks.
So I got Signar and Crix, 2 full armies,
Really?
$10,
That's it?
with a book for another $10.
I'll throw a 5 for that 1.5 of that.
But I was thinking, shoot, like this will be a good way that we could learn how to do it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you're not next Saturday, that's pretty much what we're doing here.
Oh yeah. I think we're going down to Crawfordsville next weekend though. Push the trip off this weekend.
That one's a fun one too.
Is it? I hear about it all kind of often, but the models look pretty good.
Oh yeah. We've got a small group of Battlesec, and then War Machines to Hordes is starting up, and then obviously you were on the stream last weekend, but yeah, for Warhammer.
If it's gonna be a shoulder pad, like
I
scratch
see
it up.
you guys have a Legion box in here too.
Yep.
Definitely want to try that one too.
Yeah, Jeff, that you played last weekend, him and Josh, which I don't think you've met yet, they're both pretty big into it.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep this in vision, but sometimes I have to pull it close to actually get a feel for what I'm doing.
Where's the paper? He's gonna be, this head is gonna be a shoulder pad. Because he's converting his head into a shoulder pad.
I think that would be pretty sweet.
So, but since it's being a shoulder pad, I'm having trouble putting scratches into it. Because when I do this, it just leaves like barely seeable lines.
Well, some of that you can hide.
No, I'm purposely trying to put scratches into it since it's like a monster. Like it's a shoulder pad and I want it to look like it's like, but I can't do that the exact length.
Says who?
I don't know if you can whenever I do it. This is very big.
Sounds pretty small.
I'm gonna fix this front cam really quick, see if I can get a little bit better for you guys.
There you have lowered a little something.
That's gonna be a problem now. Okay.
What do you think about it? They are that game. It's really neat because you have like a couple of those. You have like an entire outer shell that you've got to randomly get through. Like I'll hit you, and then I'm gonna roll a dice to see which if I hit this quadrant, this quarter, and then I do this damage. And once you get through that, then you get to the core and it's got stuff. So games they don't take too long going, but it's pretty neat.
Is it kind of like one box of these is an army, or
Roughly.
roughly? Okay.
Roughly.
Okay, so it's not too expensive to get into.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, it's a full arm
Dude, Duffy toys. This dude looks like
The thing is,
I
there is.
think it's a Zaku Gundam.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of tracking though with Battle Pass.
There's a lot of tracking. I'll take.
Like,
It sounds kind of like Titanic is.
no.
No.
No,
Like-
I'll take and add you on Facebook.
Okay.
And next time we plan one or something, I'll let you know. Cause you can come. It's a table like this, and it's all hexagon with movement stuff. But then there's a lot of like your movement stuff, like your heat control, because your engines can only do so much.
Okay.
So if you're walking, you only use up so much.
Mhm.
You can run, but burn up more. Now the difference between, and then you can jump to get stuff. If you walk, you're an easier target. If you're running, you're an even harder target to shoot. Jumping, it's even harder. So it's all like, depending on you walk, run, or jump,
Okay.
whether it's harder to shoot at you,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also harder for you to shoot.
If you're
Like
doing-
there's a lot of track and stuff, but it's not, once you get the basics down,
Yeah.
it's not bad at all. But a lot of it is like you're trying to watch the cooling of your engine. It's like how far do I want to move? What do I want to move? And then what weapons I want to use. You can do like an alpha strike where you fire all your weapons, but you have a chance of overheating. And if you overheat, then for like a round you got penalties. Or there's all kinds of different things
Your
like that.
machine
It's
can
pretty-
get shut down.
Yep, if you overheat too much, you can shut down.
Really?
Oh, it's pretty neat.
There's also like, you have to track what parts are damaged too. So there's
Oh,
like a
yeah.
whole grid.
I'm guessing you guys, is it like a little board that you have as like a control panel or something? Can you keep track of this or?
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of, or-
it's, I don't have any with me, but yeah, it's basically a sheet that you've got your mech, what it is, you've got your weapons, ranges, and yeah, it's almost like a, I don't want to say a cockpit readout, but I mean, it's,
Kind of that
yeah,
idea.
it's pretty neat, it's pretty neat.
Okay. Are the rules available like online or you gotta buy their core book?
Actually, the beginner's box, and there's a couple other clan boxes they're not too expensive. They've got the basic rules and stuff.
Okay.
For a lot of there's the Alpha Strike, which is smaller, and then there's the one that we do that's a little bit more in depth.
Okay.
But when we do it, I'll let you know, and we have a lot of stuff. Pretty much once you have your sheet,
Mhm.
it's really all you need. Other than, I mean, they've got the rules and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to go check that out then.
I like it because it's obviously it's in the future, but it's space, but only humans.
Okay.
And you've got it's almost like Game of Thrones in the future.
Interesting.
Because you've got different houses and different alliances and groups, and there's different sections of the galaxy. Like you see the inner sphere, and then there's the clan.
Okay.
Inner sphere are more your close in,
Mhm.
whereas the clan, they left the galaxy but then came back. They're more high tech,
Okay.
so their mechs are more expensive and bigger,
Mhm.
but you can't take as many of them.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things, but it's neat. Pretty much everybody's got access to every mech. I mean,
Yeah.
you can feel whatever you want to, but then there's different houses. Like I play Clan Ghost Bear. They're almost like a Viking family. Like, but they're it's neat.
It sounds kind of like the Armored Core games.
Yeah, I believe that is. I believe Armored Core. I could be totally wrong, and I'm on the internet right now, so it's terrible for me. But I want to say, it's Armored Core, Mech, and Mech Warrior. Those are BattleTech universe, I believe.
Are they?
I know Mech Warrior is.
Okay. I don't know if Armored Core is off the top. I've only played one on PS2, but it's one of my favorite games when I was younger.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's similar stuff. If you're familiar with the Mech Warrior stuff, you know, that's what it's from.
Okay. Yeah, because a couple podcasts I listen to, they play Mech Warrior and talk about BattleTech every so often.
It's pretty neat. It's a neat little fun game. I mean, like I said, you definitely don't need much
Okay.
to run
Yeah.
with it.
And I mean, can't be $30 for an army.
Oh no.
40K, not anything on that.
No.
Yeah, MechWarrior is in the BattleTech universe.
Ooh.
So, what you used to do as a kid, you can do in real life.
Yeah. Well, we're taking off, guys.
Okay.
Hey,
We'll see ya.
Yeah, for sure. It's good seeing you, bud. Take care.
You too. You too.
That's cool.
It'd be cool. It'd be
How come
cool.
it's blue?
Wow, that's one of the things they did with some of these new starter packs. They made the plastic blue for the trolls. But he did turn out pretty cool.
That's teal.
It's more of a light blue. I like how he turned
It's
out.
more
though.
of like a turquoise.
Time to get his trolls, because he's the leader.
I need to keep putting this thing in the actual vision of the camera. I keep bringing it close because I'm like trying to get detail on it, but
Well, I keep getting sidetracked because I've got it streaming over here.
There's only 2 people that have said they use in chat.
who's the other person? I only see one.
There's only 1 person in chat or in our watching.
No, there's 3 people watching.
Aw. Thought you guys said last time that you had over like 5.
We did.
We'll see.
It's a painting stream. There's not going to be a ton of people that want to watch. but people may jump in, drop out. That's how it goes, Xander.
Yep. Nature of the beast.
Do you guys get like money or something for how much people like the video or something?
No,
Isn't that how YouTube works though?
that's how YouTube works. But you also, for YouTube, you have to have like hundreds of thousands of people watching first.
Is there a thing like that for Twitch?
Twitch is more of like people donate money or sub to you. That's how people make money on Twitch. And no, Xander, if someone donates, you can't have the money for V-Bucks.
No.
You thought it and you didn't know it.
Mm-mm.
I think it'd be cool to eventually have like one of each army in the shop. Just like a 500 point army, you know?
Oh yeah.
Just so that, almost like a rentable system. Because then you could have like new people days, and they want to try out the game.
Well, I think that would definitely be benefit. I mean, just cool to have. There we go. I thought I was missing pieces. No. How's your build going over there?
Oh,
Taking a little breather break.
Who was that person that came in?
That was Tyler's friend Connor, and I met him last week. He did a stream against our friend Jeff at 40K last week. He plays Necrons. Is that cool?
And do you remember the army that Jeff played in the league?
Alex?
Yeah, the necromancers that he beat me with.
That's the army that Connor plays.
It's only because he could reanimate.
Well,
Reanimation. Actually, I have some necrons in the car. Remember?
You do.
how you do?
Yeah, he found a couple old. I had a Necron lot a while back that I sold, and somehow I had missed a couple guys. Well, somebody found them, so I told him if he wanted me to have them, and he's been carrying them around playing with them, which is fine, but it's hilarious. So yes, if you, I mean, you do indeed.
Man, I can only imagine how Xander would have played if Crusher Stampede would have been out.
Oh, no joke.
What?
Well, your Tyranids are getting an update right now. They're getting a new book and all kinds of stuff, and a lot of the stuff you had got improved. So you could have an army of great big bugs, and it'd probably do pretty good right now.
Well, it is. It's already been out for a while.
Well, right. Just for him.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
he didn't. He's got the models, but he didn't have the book yet. But yeah. What do you think, bud?
I don't know. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
They literally took Xander's one complaint the entire league and was like, "Yeah, we'll make that into an army."
What?
About your bugs being tougher because they're big bugs.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was his complaint was he wanted to run a bunch of big bugs.
Oh yeah, and he did at the lower point level, right before you joined, and it did good. But obviously with the updates and stuff, not as good as it's doing now.
Yeah.
I want a rematch against the Necrons.
Okay, I'll play Tau.
I'm gonna destroy his Necrons.
He said town. He's playing his town.
Yeah, I'll play my Tau.
I'm gonna reduce that dude's Necrons to dust.
Oh, you're talking about facing Jeff?
Yeah, I'm gonna reduce his Necrons to dust.
What? You don't want a rematch against me?
No, I actually in that league I was the person that killed the most amount in that whole league. I was the person that killed the most amount of like the Squig Riders. You said that.
Yeah.
You were.
You wanna face off against his town sometime? We'll get your Tyranids, get him a rematch with the new rules. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Crushing a child.
Crushing a child.
Xander, you've played enough already. I'm not holding back when we play, like I did in the league.
You gotta read your rules better.
Gonna be a no holds barred slugfest.
What means slugfest?
I'm gonna take my army. I'm gonna punch your army in the face a bunch of times, and we'll see if you can punch me back harder.
Sound like a plan,
Yeah,
Stan?
I'm gonna spit acid out of my back and dissolve all your squigs.
Now I'm playing Tau.
Yeah, well still. I'm really gonna help when you're getting crushed by my giant monster's feet.
Ooh, the smack talk has already begun.
I can't wait to use that tank that just does 10 damage at minimum, and ignores invulnerable saves.
How does it ignore acid invulnerable?
No, he was talking about it dishing out damage. I mean,
Yeah,
you
when
might
it
be
shoots,
able
when
to...
it shoots one of your guys, you can't use your invulnerable save against it.
Wow. Just our distract to run up super fast and cut it to pieces.
That's exactly,
Yeah, that's what
that's
you
gotta do.
exactly the way to deal with it.
Swarm it like a giant group of, swarm it and destroy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do.
This is the Tasmanian Devil Army. We will destroy everything.
This is the Tasmanian Devil Army.
We're so fast. We're faster than Neat Meat, dude.
I thought that
I
was-
forgot his name. Roadrunner.
I thought
Yeah.
that was funny yesterday. You were like,
We're so fast.
Tyler building models, and it was the Tasmanian.
The Tasmanian Devil, yep.
I mean, there is very much truth in that.
I'm a,
I kind of just start building. I black out, and it's done.
You're gonna be like a Wile E. Coyote, and my dudes are like Roadrunner. Yeah. You're so fast you can't catch me, and all your plans backfire and end up destroying you.
I don't have to catch you. My gun can hit across the table.
I'll just shoot across the table and get you.
Too bad we'll already be like we'll already be like inside your gun, like destroying it.
No, that's gonna be your.
By the time you aim it, we're gonna be already killing your boss. Yeah.
We don't have
This
bosses
is the
in the
Roadrunner
Farsight Outlaws.
Tasmanian Devil Army.
We have leaders.
We're so cool. We shoot our own.
We're so cool.
We-
Enough said.
We're so cool. We launch our teammates out of like we drop them from our like drone things on top of your tank, and it's like Superman dropping on top of the car. like is crushed. Yeah, and we're unharmed.
You are wild.
Because we're so fast, we're basically running in midair.
Matt, what do you think?
Oh, that's coming out off. That looks
And I-
really good.
And I just like break through your window and destroy you.
I like that a lot.
And be like,
I had, word,
we're gonna be like Blade and you guys are demons. No,
You mean vampires?
yeah. Our army is Blade and your guys are vampires.
okay.
We destroy.
You gonna keep building those said demons?
Yeah. By the way, I'm just gonna play with the swords.
When?
I hear mold
Right
being
now.
removed.
Yep.
Holly.
Thomas Axer. I forgot, you guys aren't, the mold lines and stuff aren't terrible right on these ones. Some of them are not the greatest, but these ones aren't too bad.
We launch our enemies. We launch our teammates so fast. They're like a spear, and going into the speed of a boat. Just gonna go like they're gonna hit your tank. They go right through it. Yeah,
That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough.
they're like bullets.
That orange is looking good.
I was gonna say it's really popping. I mean, from across here, and then even looking at it on the feed.
I'm gonna have to. I'm trying to decide how I want to do like the shield bits. I know it looked like. Where's it? It looked like they were.
May have
One was
money,
gray and
but
one was
we
like
have numbers
black.
and
Sorry.
power. We have money, but we have numbers and power.
Yeah. Well, if you don't get a belt, you got pieces of
No,
demon
And
one's
the
over
Highway will
right.
just keep pooping us out.
Honestly, leave one of them just how it is.
Like every
Maybe
time
throw
he
some
pooped us
thorax
out,
right
he'd
on
grab
it.
a sword and jump and
The
then
other one you
destroy
put
it
a-
because we land like a cut fighting
Like a
the
grayish black.
in half. And then we destroy your tank with like one single cut from
And Andrew, you have so many different ideas.
Mhm. Like I'm turning this hornblower's head into like a
shoulder pad.
yeah, a shoulder pad.
Let's see it. I want to see it done.
But I need some like I need it to be like cut and destroyed.
What do you mean?
Like it's been hit like a sword like a couple times.
Well,
like it's been.
Do some damage to it. You got your
I
you got your
can't.
knife over there. Be safe with it, but we'll see it.
And trying to find the right color sucks. Yeah, that should work. Do this on one wall and then.
We'll see it. I'm anxious to see how that turns out now. Yeah, without all those ideas, that guy might have me convert him up into an exalted demon,
What's an exalted demon?
like a higher up, not like a greater demon. I think a bloodthirster would still tear him up, but.
Oh yeah, that's this.
I want to see it finished. Then we can get it painted.
What do you think? Gray or red fist?
For which part?
This is like the gauntlet protector.
I don't know. I mean, I'd still.
I'm thinking kind of red, the dark red.
I'd keep with the theme of the red, yeah, and then have the gray be like some of your outline.
Well, the gray. So the army is red and gray. Like
I got
one of the
Good.
Shoulder
I
back
have a
is
question.
gray.
I have like a
The other
speaker
one is red.
box for music, and I don't know if you guys could fix it.
Sorry, guys. Okay, back to normal.
Sorry about that, guys. We are at the store hanging out and stuff. You'll have that.
Yeah. Thankfully, most people are fairly conscientious of what's going on.
Neener, neener, neener.
Xander, how are your demons coming?
Oh, I'm just playing with sword. I'm making a tip.
You giving some digestive food for thought, coming up with some creative ideas. Huh?
Doesn't sound like it.
No.
He's too distracted by his swords.
Earth to Xander.
Pretty sure this is probably the first day I've painted in like a couple months. Yeah, maybe not a couple. Probably a month or two.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I just haven't had the time. But with the stream, I get to force myself to do it.
Yeah, and it's, yeah, things have been busy. But good that we've been able to continue on with these.
Yeah. Honestly, between school and everything, it's just been school, the new puppy.
Oh, that's right. How is your new puppy doing still?
Magnus is still a brat, but he's getting better. He is really living up to his name.
I think we lost Xander in his own little world over here.
Hey, that's not nice.
I don't mean it mean. You're being creative and imaginative. It's fine. You got a whole little world war going over there. You don't even need the models right now.
What's he going to war with?
He's got a couple sword arms.
Ah. Well, that'll go on YouTube.
Battle of the Swords.
Where's that floor building? I want to paint
Well, have you finished your demons yet?
some.
Have you finished your demons yet?
Some.
You gotta finish them before you paint them all.
Well, I need to paint some.
Well, then tonight we will paint, but I didn't bring any of our painting stuff with us.
But yeah, like you said, you gotta have them all put together before you can start painting them. Makes painting a lot easier, Xander. Because you can do each color on all of your models at one time. And then while the first one's drying, you're painting the last ones. And by the time you're done with that color, you can move on to the next one, and the very first ones you painted.
And what do you think, bud?
I'm ready to paint.
Well,
Uh-huh.
Your models aren't though.
whoa! Whoa! Got him!
I want to talk.
Oh, Xander's tackling his stuff.
I accidentally did that.
It's okay.
Says the person with the dog just calling a dog bird. You know, they
You
copy.
have dogs. You know how they
You
can
do
be.
know they copy the person who watches over them.
Not always.
Mm-hmm.
No. Listen here, Mr. Dog Psychologist.
Makes a good point, boy.
At least I put my model together.
Ooh. Those poor demons want to get in the battle so bad, but somebody won't build them.
Technically, they're not alive yet, but they have
Poor demons.
Makes me think of that what is that movie, Toy Story? Imagine Woody or Buzz just laying around pieces. Sure wish I could get around without Andy.
They do.
Not if they're not together.
They do.
Oh, Akuma's here.
Kuma!
There we are. Well, Akuma, I am currently painting up my 2 Imperial Knights. I've got a Castellan and I've got a Preceptor ready to go, so it's going to be a lot of work today. And
We're working on, I brought my little boy in, he's working on some Demons of Corn building, and I am actually working on some War Machine and Hordes. Some Troll Bloods.
what am I doing? Gotta grab that.
How about you, sir?
Yeah, Akuma, you painting anything today?
Kick the table.
Is it Mike unmuted? No, Mike's unmuted.
He might have stepped away for a minute.
Yeah, he might have.
Or is a microphone for you to hear you guys leaning on or something? I don't know. He might have been called back to work.
No, there he goes. I'm not painting today, unfortunately. I haven't got the money to resupply the colors I need. What? Are you painting with GW product Citadel, or are you doing, or do you buy other paints? Yeah, thanks, Akuma. It's a process, that's for sure. These nights, I'm really getting ready for the next Kodak, or the next night Kodak. I use the GW paints, which are too expensive. Now, Akuma, this isn't a sponsor, but these Game Change from Vallejo paints, I got mine for like, I think, $2.50 a little bottle of them. They last forever and they're super cheap. Like, they're pretty nice. They've got a really good color palette to them. Matt, what kind of paints do you normally get?
I have been doing the Army Painter or GW paints, and then I actually some of the just basic colors and stuff. Especially with some of the practice models, we'll get some of they're terrible paints, but the red apple, the cheap ones we get.
Yeah.
For just doing like mass, well, like orcs, brown pants.
Yeah.
You know, for some of the basic undercoats and stuff like that. But like for the highlights, the dry brush, I'm in love with the contrast paints and some of the washes and stuff.
From Army Painter?
From GW actually.
Oh, GW. Akuma, I would go with Vallejo. They've got some really nice paints if you're looking to try any of the other ones, like any of the other companies. Their paints are definitely worth the money. It's called Game Color, and it's by Vallejo.
Yep.
Once I get this on, I'll put a message in chat so you can see what I'm saying. Or yeah, you can see how it's spelled.
Yeah. You need to work on your own.
Oh, I didn't even. There we go.
Get your.
I'll be right back. Matt, you can entertain Akuma while I run outside really quick.
You're good. Yeah, we decided to just kind of do a hangout hobby today, Akuma. I brought my, like I said, little boy. He's getting some of those demons started. I'm working on dusting off some troll blood for. We're going to be doing some War Machine and Hordes too. Looking forward to that.
I can see my video. How come they can edit the preclusion?
Huh?
Edit the preclusion.
Oh no, Tyler's video's up there, and then we're down there.
But
You
it
can
is
say hi to Akuma.
perfect.
Well, it's a little delay. Do you do any other
Hi, Kuma.
games, Kuma? Oh, go ahead.
Hi, Kuma.
If you couldn't hear him, Xander says hi.
Do you do any other games besides GW games, Kuma?
Stick.
You have a good one.
Stick of death.
Kuma said hi back.
Hi.
It's not a hi war. I'm going back and forth. Hi, 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 hi.
Get ready to get poked with the face of doom. This is the last face you'll ever see.
That's pretty cool. I like your conversions.
Yeah. It's good for farming. You can hold.
Farming, they're demons.
But
You gotta farm skulls somehow.
They're farming skulls.
any teammate guys, just take your pokey stick, put your teammate's head on it, and use your horns as like something to plow the dirt.
I guess
and
there
you
you
can
go. I
plant
guess there you
skulls.
go. Plant
And then-
skulls.
Yeah.
You heard it first here,
And
everybody.
you water them with blood.
Demon farmers growing
Yeah.
skulls.
Yeah. Who needs war when you can just grow? When you can just grow skulls.
Who
to get-
needs war? Are you sure you're playing the right army? Corn?
Yeah, but this guy, he farms skulls. That so he like just takes in people, and then shoves like people in the ground, and then buries them, and then he covers it up with like a farmland, and then after a few days he undigs their body, takes their skull, and leaves them there for fertilizer. And then
That is the most demented farm I've ever heard in my life,
and
everybody.
then on to the next week
So
he does.
you capture
And then
people,
on to the
you bury them. A few days later, you harvest the skull and leave everything else to, what, water the potato or fertilize the potatoes or what?
yeah.
As we know, although you love potatoes, we gotta have hash
It's
browns
basically
with
a
skulls.
catacombs down there.
It's catacombs down there.
Yeah.
Alright,
Where do you think my secret base is?
well, it's not secret anymore. You're on the internet, buddy.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But if they come here, that's just more skulls for me.
Fair enough. It's a trap.
Yeah.
Want you to think,
They-
hey, you found my
they come
secret
in-
hideout. Come
They
loot
come
it.
in- they come in there,
Surprise!
they go in there, they'll look at my loot, I bonk them in the head with the end of my stick, and then I bury them. A few days later, come back, take the skulls, and go on the internet, say about the cave again, do it all over again.
Well, therapy.
Oh, that's hilarious. I've considered doing Blood Bowl. Lord of the Rings we did for a little bit. I like them, but yes, Blood Bowl I've kind of had a inkling to try for a while. But what are you giggling about? So we pretty much, I know Zane and I, we do BattleTech, the War Machine, and Hordes, Warhammer, Fantasy, and 40K. And then we've looked into Malifaux is another one that we were looking into.
Don't need to grow, because skulls are basically like money. So they
Okay.
don't go in, they don't grow on trees, they grow in the ground.
Oh yeah, definitely. Video games, I don't know if I can list off any. There's so many.
Just bonk them with the pokey stick. And then at the end of the pokey stick, is the thing they use to make a fake farm. And then it's just like a pit trap over there.
I have a question
for
though. While you're bonking people with the pokey stick,
Yeah.
do you sing the hokey pokey?
Oh yeah, LARPing Blood Bowl doesn't sound doesn't seem the most safe.
Yeah, the football with spikes.
Instead of pads.
And sometimes I sit there and when the people come, I swing my pokey stick from the side and it like does
Alright.
like it's like a rack. Like it's so much to try.
You're nuts.
Like beef jerky,
That doesn't sound good.
but human version.
Yeah, so therapy.
No.
Yeah, new topics, Andrew. You're scared. You're scaring everybody. Skip. I love that you have a very big imagination. Though. That's awesome. We need to reel it in a little bit.
Get him into D&D and he can DM for his friends.
Oh, do you want to tell them about role playing?
I think
What?
anyone left
Xander loves role playing.
What?
Akuma said, "I don't think anyone left uninjured." Yeah, I don't really doubt that.
Nice. We call them memory savers. do like Pathfinder. I
Pathfinder.
forgot they're talking. Kuma's talking about playing the game. A tabletop game.
Hungry Lord.
We'll get lunch here shortly. Work on your arm.
What do you mean,
You're taking longer to build those guys than it's taking me to paint anything. Now that's saying something.
Xander, I guess you just never get to paint.
Daddy said I could paint him tonight.
You gotta get them built to get them painted.
No, you said I could paint him tonight. You said I could paint.
I have the stream VOD,
Yeah.
and
Dad said I could paint tonight.
he said you can paint tonight if you finish building those.
Nuh-uh. I am gonna. Remember, I'm adding stuff to the people's like bases.
I've not heard of the Exalta. We do D&D, and then
Like an
lately we've been doing a lot of Pathfinder.
Yeah, I don't think I have heard of Exalted. I generally like to play D&D. Pathfinder is fun, but I think it's missing a lot of elements of D&D 5e that I like a lot. Especially because it's D&D 3, what? 3 or 2?
3.5 or something.
Yeah.
And then I charge the families
But-
for having their relatives for some reason being buried on the
See, I feel like with Pathfinder you can't do as much crazy stuff as you can in D&D.
Well, I think the three action turn, and like say the penalties you get if you want to repeat actions.
Yeah.
It definitely. I think what I like about Pathfinder though is it almost forces players to role play more than just spam actions. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yes, I definitely want to try some. I've not done any of the new D&D.
Well, because I have D&D 3.5. It's not. I'm sorry. I don't like the 3.5 rule set. I think 5e rule set's a better rule set. I think with 5e it makes more characters viable than just like melee ones.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like with Pathfinder, only really melee characters are melee and maybe magic are good.
Well, I think with Pathfinder, there's so much in character customizations. You can just do so many things that it's daunting. That if you're not that experienced with it, and you put points and things into things that just sound cool, it doesn't pan out the way you want it to. If that makes sense, like you
Yeah.
have to almost like be really careful with when you specialize and do things.
You need to know where it's going to take you.
Yes.
And to answer your question, when my guys are hunting people, they sing the Jason where he's hunting zombies.
Awesome.
Yeah, I will say, Akuma, that's what I try to do a lot with like D&D and other role-playing games like that, because I do think it makes it a little bit more fun. And even like, in the campaign we do now, my character is supposed to be this like gruff, what was it, cyborg-looking dude? Android. And I rolled a nat 1 to try to grab a hold of one of the party members when I first met them, and instead of grabbing them, my character just hugs them instead. And I basically played him as a lovable idiot the entire
He's
ever since.
kind of like a big gun-toting teddy bear
Um,
with oil.
Yeah. Until you anger him, and then he's just like, done, go.
I'd say that's been one of the biggest parts for me is getting more into character and role playing. It's been fun, but definitely kind of putting myself out there. It's something I'm not used to, but I'm having fun with it, and it's more just getting comfortable and learning to do stuff more on the fly, and so.
I've still gotta figure out how to tame that. Like,
Oh, the brownie. The
Yeah,
brownie that you
little
just got.
brownie that
Yeah,
I
that's
got.
an awesome story.
I'm thinking basically be like, hey, you know, for every, especially if it's a climb or jump or something. Wait, that was, yeah, tell me to was rolling that one before. Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, the game's only as fun as the DM makes it. To be honest,
Oh, agreed. Well,
players
that-
can help out with it a little bit, but
that and the play, yeah.
I think ultimately it comes down to the DM, like creating situations that can be role played in a fun way. But yeah, that brownie, I'm thinking about just being like, hey, you know, whenever you'll be the little loot goblin, you loot everything after I kill it, and we'll split the shiny. Because then at least he won't try to stab me every time I give him a dart to throw.
Well, and it's funny that he's like several of the players, like he's like a contained little villain tied to your shoulder that, you know, you want him to help you and he's gonna help you, but what's the catch? And is it gonna be hurting you or the other party members? Like when you handed him, what was it, a dart?
And he chucked it at
chucked it at the druid in the party, and
it hit her immediately, and then I gave him another one, and he stabbed me in the eye with it.
yeah,
Like,
Ew.
the brownie that he caught.
What's a brownie?
it's like a little pixie.
Yeah.
Is it like something that you poop out? Is it like a term for diarrhea?
No.
Well, I know who's not painting at all tonight anymore.
Kind of with the players can be boring too, so that's a major step. Oh, definitely. And I think like that for me, I started off definitely like right there. It's like I'm going to cast and just monotone. And I've definitely, as we've gotten into it, learned more to get into character and emphasize things and make things more dynamic. But I agree 100% because I mean you could have a good DM that's throwing out a great story, and if the players aren't biting, aren't getting into, it's gonna be a long session.
Oh yeah, for sure. Also, I'm gonna kill that cat. That panther familiar is going to die one session.
I'm stoked that my brother was able to join us, and he liked it a lot. So we should have a tanky character joining
nice.
us soon.
What?
One that will show up more often than not.
Yeah,
I want to join.
I will talk with Mommy and see if I can get you. It's been on days that I don't normally have you, but if we can get some games of D&D planned and stuff too, we can definitely.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing a campaign every other Friday. That way we could have D&D one Friday and Pathfinder the next. Something that'll... Because then, if I do it that way, Xander can join in for D&D. And D&D's a little bit easier system to learn.
Oh yeah, and he was doing good with Pathfinder. His thing is excitement, and he's got to learn his role. If he's not the rogue, can't be smashing through doors and doing everything.
I was a rogue, and it was okay smashing
You
a
were
door.
a rogue, you're a druid. A druid barbarian that's supposed to turn into a monster, a bear or wolf, and you just run around with a spear, clobbering everything. It was awesome. Because 9 times out of 10, all the crazy situations he would get us in, he would be the one to get us out of them.
Yeah, I have in the works right now, I have a planes chase type.
Oh, cool.
So it'll be like,
I
all the
didn't
settings
even
will
know I could
be
change
MTG worlds.
Okay.
it. I didn't know I could
I think that'd be awesome.
I'm hoping it'll allow us to get a like large variety of like monsters and stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like you're fighting the same, you know, giant rat or dire wolf over and over again.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm looking to start getting some of those, the D&D minis they've got that aren't too ridiculously expensive just to practice painting.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they've got some neat stuff out there.
Well, I'm hoping to get my 3D printer running here soon
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for that.
because then I can start doing like making busts so that I can start to kind of fine tune a lot of my skin tone painting.
Oh, for
that's,
sure.
I am terrible at skin tones that aren't worked.
Yeah.
I mean, worked skin tones are just so easy to do. Because like they're not grounded in reality at all. So it's like most things look fine.
Well, and yeah, you get your different shades and stuff, and like you said, you're golden.
I'm bored and hungry.
Hi, bored and hungry. My name's Tyler. Nice to meet you.
Hello, person who can only draw green.
That is a very.
Oh,
good
I'm
point.
sorry,
That
is there
a
orange
very
on
good
this?
Point.
Yeah, but you can only draw green skin.
No, you're good, Kuma, but that is a good point. I mean, yeah, I mean, don't go into something like, I just want to be the best wizard that I can make or tank. Like, build a fun character, just have fun with it. Like, you're going to learn things. I think I'm kind of, for all of us, I mean, that's fun. I know I'm not going to be the best, but I'm going to try to have fun. And by any means, I don't want to make a pushover or anything, but have fun with it. That's the point.
I think certain min-maxing can be fun though.
Yeah.
Like wild magic wizard min-max can lead to like some pretty interesting situations for the party. See, Akuma, whenever I played D&D, I always played the bard. But I was a jack of all trades, master of none type bard. So it was like, oh, I can cast warlock spells at level 2. I can cast wizard spells at level 3. Am I particularly adept at any of them? No, not really. But I think at one point I could memorize like 15 or 16 different spells at a time. And like 5 or 6 different cantrips. So like I had like all the utility stuff ready to go. So it was more of a like, dungeon crawler bard rather than I'm going to out damage everyone on the team.
I thought the bard is for support, not attack.
There are some attacky bards out there that you can build, where you can out damage a wizard with them.
But isn't a wizard trained in a bard just sings in a bard?
Yes, but bards put magic into their songs.
And wizards put magic into their wands.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Harry Potter?
Oh.
Harry Potter's a bad show. On God, no cap.
Mm-mm.
Don't at me.
The bard's the bad show. He just sings in back alleys to random people.
Yeah.
He gets like $5.
And those songs have a chance of decapitating said person.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
So
I played a gnome bard, one of my favorite characters, to be honest. It was all buffs and support, but I was legitimately most useful when performing any other duty than my role suggests. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
That's the fun bard. And it's like, oh well, we have a rogue. We don't need. Or like he can unlock all the doors. Okay, a bard can unlock the doors just as well by using knock.
an orc can do it even faster by kicking it.
Not always.
And it startles enemies.
Oh,
That's
Kuma's getting his
Pathfinder.
character sheet.
I'm talking about D&D.
Yeah, but if an orc kicks down the door, it's gonna startle the enemies and make them run in fear to their boss, leading you to all the
Please tell
treasure.
me the story how you learned that lesson.
Oh, kicking down the door and
Yeah.
led us to like a secret main boss.
Oh, you let us.
Yeah,
somewhere.
at least we got some fun out of it, and we got like a sword in the stone.
Well, that's what we're saying. Let's have fun with it. There's all kinds of stuff you can do to have fun with it.
Yeah.
Like you kick down the door as an orc, and there's goblins. You're gonna be scared and like run to the boss, leading you to the treasure room,
Oh, there's
which
a
you
ton of
usually
them.
would probably not find,
Yeah, well,
and you win.
Xander, what I was saying though with that bard though, I was in a, back when I was in my fraternity in college, we had one of the brothers, he was DMing for us, and I was playing as a bard. And we got into this like fight club, like this back streets fight club where, you know, we had to put someone in to get into it. And I was casting vicious mockery under my breath to like the opponents. Well, someone caught me, shucked me into the arena, and my bard was known to getting into trouble as fast as he gets out of it. And I caused a fire, started burning down the entire arena, and they locked the doors trying to lock us in. And I had prepared knock right before that mission. So I just went, okay, I use knock, it unlocks the door automatically, and we just walk out of there like nothing happened.
See, that's where orc would come in. Like,
Oh
my
my
God.
dude would come
God,
in.
Kuma.
He would just kick down the door.
Her name is Pearl, Akali, Beryl, Brenny, Laurel, Emerald.
Please tell me you announced that every time you started any kind of song.
At least the orc, he's faster than a bard who has to carry around a loot.
Not necessarily.
And we can reach the door handle.
What?
Yeah, most bards are short.
You've been watching Box Machina.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a tiefling bard. That sounds funny.
A what bard?
He said, of
Tiefling.
course. Tiefling, it's like half demon.
Love it.
A bard that can't be set on fire. Pretty nice. Especially when everyone wants to set you on fire. Including your party.
Why?
Because I caused... My character liked to cause trouble.
So did my character. He like kicked on doors. And
Yeah, but your character did it unintentionally.
Oh, mine was very intentional. From stealing money from, like, the orphanage to, like he was very neutral, or chaotic neutral. So it was like, you know, I wanted to do this. This is fun. To, like, giving said money to, like, very rich people for free.
I remember.
He had a very Robin Hood
Okay.
complex, but he didn't realize how Robin Hood did it. So he kept stealing money from the poor and giving to the rich.
My dude, I remember I unintentionally like tried what was it to that like bee lady in like the first.
You tried to seduce an old woman.
Before every song was the name announcement and a list of all of my heroic deeds. What were your heroic deeds that your character thought were heroic? From the way that you said that, I feel like your character's version of heroic and the townspeople version of heroic were two very, very different things.
Real quick while you're typing that, one of my favorite encounters that talks, speaking of just the trouble Xander's character got us into, we're hunting down this goblin for information, and we stumble onto this big cave, and in this cave there is I think there were 3 or 4 orc warriors, grim, dark looking, and they had this stone horse golem monster. So Alex, being Alex, I'm a half-orc druid. They're orcs. We might as well be family. So he struts in, hey, what's up, guys? And gets swarmed. It was awesome.
Yeah, didn't you guys like leave him to?
Yeah, he was like, "Are you guys going to help me?" We're like, "No, we are not. We are definitely
I took out a
outmatched, and
couple
that is
of-
all you now."
I took out a couple of orcs.
You did. We ended up getting out of there pretty good, but it was pretty funny.
And I remember we were like hunting down something, and then there was the bee. We were by this like old crypt, and like 3 bugs came out, and like somebody in our group cast like something where it was like a big fart and it poisoned everyone, but including me, and it blinded everyone. But I still swung my spear and cut like somebody's wing or a teammate's wing. I swung my spear and stabbed one of my teammates trying to get like small flies that like are monstrous.
I think Akuma's trying to get all the lists of his heroic deeds out.
This might be a pretty good list. We might have asked the wrong question.
Or I just can't find it.
Oh no, I'm sure he has it.
Heroic deeds. Fixing the toilet. Drinking all the beer in the town.
What do those sound
Destroying
like?
an inn.
What do those sound like orc heroic deeds?
We may have started our own list.
To an orc, to an orc, drinking beer in the town is like a masterful feat. To people that like to drink, it's basically a crime. Hey, he just texted like a bunch.
Basically, any heroic deeds that had ever been mentioned in the story, I inserted myself into. Becoming the greatest warrior who stared down a dragon single-handedly. Bear in mind, she is 2'11" tall, or 2'11" inches tall. The most magnificent wizard who tore through a necromancer's horde, etc. So this happened in legend. I am said legend. Yeah, it seems about right for a bard.
That's amazing.
Xander, how's it coming?
My entire party was like,
Wait,
don't do that.
didn't I do that?
Each time. Well,
That's what he was saying. He would take credit for everything everybody did. So if
Exactly.
anybody did anything legendary, the next time it was heard, it was totally me. I was the one that did that. Yeah, I slayed the dragon. Isn't that awesome?
and yeah.
Okay. Well, this is coming along at a snail's pace right now, but...
Any progress is progress.
Well, look at it right now.
I want to pay
That's awesome. Did you magnetize that by chance at all?
Nope.
Nope.
This big one or the small one? Because neither are magnetized.
Okay.
I thought about doing it and then was like, that's too much work.
Come with me with it.
Hey,
Oh,
how
God.
come you got the gamer chair and I got a metal chair?
I'm older.
Yeah. He's got a worse back than you,
We just
Xander.
want to free count,
I think this is the text answers. I'm trying to date
Here, Kuma, I'll show you the, pretty bad image, but this is about what I'm going for these nights. I've got a few paints I'm building up. So even though it's orange right now, I'm adding this, which is glory red or gory red, and then I'm doing a scarlet red on top. One of the funniest things I did was save everyone by accident. LOL, I was messing around while everyone was in battle. And by did, I mean I actually did this one. Wait, what did you? How did you save them though? If you're just messing with a broken ancient machine. Uh-oh, high energy Xander's back.
Sorry, everybody.
I cast mending just being silly, and the DM was like, "You fixed the machine," which turned out to be a defense. Ah. Yeah, that's literally something only a bard would actually do, and it makes me both angry and proud that that actually worked.
Well, here, shoot, Tyler. I will have something to play with the knights. I went ahead and ordered the Gorgonaut.
Oh, nice. Not the Stampa?
I'm gonna get him too, but I was like, we're doing the knights. I want to get something knight equivalent.
I mean, Stampa's basically a knight equivalent.
True.
Plus, if you get another Stampa, you can borrow mine when we do battle reports.
Ooh.
And we can do a full-on knight versus knight.
We'll do that. I'll take my next overtime check. That'll be the next thing I get then to go with it.
Yeah. Where's like the flag that was in there?
I don't know where you put it up.
I know what I can do with it.
What I want to do, though, is find someone with Chaos Knights. For, like, when the new Codex releases. And do a full-on, like, Imperial Knights versus Chaos Knights.
Kevin is going to be doing Iron Warriors,
Yeah, but...
and I believe he's wanting some.
Oh, like,
If he doesn't already have them.
Oh, like actual Chaos Knights?
Get it,
Yeah.
put it on Scarbrand, and then have it, but it's like, I don't know,
I really should have, to be honest, but the DM saw how bad it was going, but...
keep it on Scarbrand.
Ah, I see.
I'm gonna like, on Scarbrand's model, I'm gonna cut off the bottom. I'm gonna have it like this, and then cut off the arm. Then I'm gonna cut off some of the bottom. And then I'm gonna stick it into like the thing, like it's on a battlefield and like the dude goes on here and died. And
That'd be cool.
The things like stuck in the ground.
That's awesome.
What do you... I also say it's one of the party who is role-playing in Fear of Heights. Matt, what do you think for the cannons?
Do what?
These large ones? Do you think I should do a metal tone or the...
But didn't you say there were some gold highlights and the other one's coming?
Yeah,
I'd almost maybe some gold would stand out.
on the cannons.
Yep.
Well, because I'm doing all these. See this stuff that's still white right here?
Mhm.
This is all going to be gold.
Oh yeah. I think something to pop out against the gray and red, either like a gold or I don't know, maybe like a brass.
Well, it's going to be gold.
Silver?
That's awesome, Akuma. He cured his party member of his spirit heights by tackling him over a cliff.
That'll do it.
Is that a broken shield?
It's not broken. It's in the middle of being constructed.
Why is this attached to like something blue?
Because this is the color of the plastic, bud.
Can I take this off?
I guess, I hope so, because you already did. You scared me.
Xander, if that's looks broken, does that mean all your demons are broken right now?
No.
They're falling apart.
Is they're not put together?
Yeah.
See if your shield can stand this button.
You gotta finish getting them together.
Are you sure Grandma was what we?
Positive.
Mm-mm.
I talked to her this morning.
Let me see. Bum. Bum.
Yeah, cool. That sounds very bard-like, really rude, but serves a purpose, I guess.
Hey,
Bum.
how were they with heights after that? That's the real question.
Probably even more terrifying.
Created a monster.
They don't even want near the. They don't even want near ledges.
PTSD flashback. Yeah, I need that shield. And I need the chain. Thank you. You gonna get that
Xander,
demons
you're on
done?
another level today, I swear. Okay.
That's awesome. That sounds about like the druid in our group. She is very attached to her panther, and there's been some very close calls where the panther did not make it, and
There's about to be
it might
some
have gone south. It might have gone south. We
There's
might have
about
had
to be some closer calls here soon. Yeah, Kuma, the last session we had, the stupid Panther did max damage because it crit. Well, it critted and then it did max damage. Which is double whatever they roll. So that thing's on a list right
Why
now.
can't I be on like the troll kind of stuff?
You can make trolls too.
Dead Thor. Who's that?
Dead Thor.
Is he one of the guys from the shop, or is he one of them that's joined with us before?
I honestly. What's up, bud?
Ooh.
Tyler is working on some knights. Xander is off and on working on his demons, and I'm working on some troll bloods. Ah, it's Weller.
Oh. Hey, John.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I should have some nights done here soon. Well, I shouldn't say done. We're not even close. But at least a general scheme going.
I'm getting some troll bloods ready for next weekend, bud. And some D&D discussion. Oh yeah. Back when he was a smaller dwarf.
So what?
John said he
Oh.
played D&D back in the 80s and 90s. And I said, yeah, back when he was a smaller, younger dwarf.
And he probably was about the same height.
Gosh, John, that's about, I know the 90s. That was when I met Steve and all of them, and we did a lot of early D&D, and we did a lot of Werewolf the Apocalypse and Vampire the Masquerade back then.
Wait, the 80s. That was like, what, 40 years ago?
Well, the 90s, but is when I was starting. Yeah.
And isn't that gross to
I didn't
think?
understand that.
Why? She didn't understand.
Matt, isn't that gross to think that's how long ago the 80s were?
Yeah, yeah. It is sickening at
That-
times.
That's how long ago that what's his name?
Me.
No, that in Austin. Oh, that's how long ago Austin Power. That's Austin Powers' timeline.
Yeah,
You would
was
think of the
60s.
60s. Vampire was a lot of fun. They had White Wolf Publishing. They had Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, and Changeling, I believe, was the fantasy one. But they were all in the same universe, depending on which you wanted. It was a lot of fun. It was a D10 system, though.
Oh, instead of D20?
Right, right.
I guess that's not all too different.
It wasn't, and it was definitely. I mean, you had different level ups and it was a little bit different. It was a lot of fun, though. I mean, it was. I like you think about it. I mean, you think of fantasy, but I mean, like present day, you could vampires, werewolves. Then they had the different fantasy stuff.
Play that while working on the road maintenance crew for the council here.
Nice, nice. I enjoyed it, and I still have some of the books. I mean, I would love memory lane. I would love to go back and do some of that again. But like John was talking about, those are definitely memories. I mean, it was some good times.
I was gonna say that's like what that was when they were still writing dinosaurs to school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
need it.
No.
Stop, Xander. Stop.
Xander, why don't you build your models?
I'm bored and hungry.
You know how being bored? Building models.
I don't want to go on models.
First edition D&D getting paid to play.
Oh,
that's
that would
sick.
be awesome.
Akuma, do you think? How about we leave it up to Akuma, Xander?
No,
No, why not?
because he will just say, they're models, I know it.
So he knows what he's talking about. You got to get those demons done so you can paint them,
And then you can play with them.
and then we can play.
Well, I made this up in the office, and I need some blood in my tongue. And not snacks again.
Akuma, the rich kids rode pterodactyls. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Different times, different times.
You know what Carter said? He
Words.
said when Grandma got food for us, he said, Grandma was talking about when she was younger, and Carter said, yeah, you remember when you saw the fight dinosaurs for breakfast?
Alright, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, you too.
To Grandma, and Grandma was mad.
Oh, she wasn't mad.
Yeah, I know when it's driving the kids get mad.
raises.
Blood.
Justin, when are you gonna break out your first painted models again? Show the stream them. That's a lie.
Do you have
They're in
enough stuff?
storage. Your dad has them. Cause they're in that like tackle box looking thing. He was showing us off, or he was showing us them when the store was over on 15. Oh man, you should have saw them. They're like the epitome of like I'm starting out painting.
Hey,
It's also like less than 10 years old.
Yeah.
you gotta
Well,
start
exactly. That's
somewhere.
what I'm saying.
That's
It's
awesome.
like that epitome of I am a child trying to paint, and they look exactly like mine when I first started painting Warhammer. Where it's like, oh yeah, this paint way too thick.
Yeah, there's another debate. How do you guys water your paints down?
Heck yeah, I
you
do.
See, you do. I know. I don't believe Weller does. Kuma, what do? Do you water your paints down? Kuma, we all have those models. Exactly.
I guarantee you, Akuma waters down his paints. He used to work for GW. That's like a cardinal sin there, not to water him down.
Oh, good point.
What's GW?
Games Workshop.
The people that make your models.
Wait, they have a GW in Britain or something?
Buddy, that's where they're from.
What?
Yeah. GW's from England.
Yeah, I'm saying they have a GW from in. Wait, what? What? What?
I do now. LOL.
I will BRB.
Here's where they hit you.
All right. When I first started painting, I had no idea what I was doing. That is a very good point. A lot of that stuff on YouTube, definitely some good YouTube go-to videos. But that's what we've been trying to get like some of the cheaper, like some of the D&D models. Or if you go to Hobby Lobby, some of the Army guys, and definitely practice techniques and stuff with them. A very wise person, I guess you could say, told me as far as painting goes, if you don't like it, you can always paint over it. So don't stress about it too much.
Oh yeah, YouTube has definitely been a great place to figure out all the different painting and how to get better at it. That's all I use anymore. Do these go here?
Oh, we're getting ready.
I think.
Dad, how long have we been here?
I don't know, what time is it? It's like 2 o'clock.
How long have we been here?
3 hours.
What?
Did I stick
You
that
haven't
up?
fed me, Dad. I'm
Don't worry, you ate breakfast before you came. We'll get lunch.
Yeah, 2 hash browns.
That was your choice, not mine. You could have got more.
I think there's a term for it. It sucks to suck? Something like that, Matt?
Let me give you $5 and you walk over to the Chinese restaurant right next door.
No.
They got the buffet. You can get all you want to.
No.
No. You can go to the healthy store next to us and
Yeah,
get
there's the
you can get an energy bar.
No.
Man, you sound like a cat, just yowling. It's dark. I know, life is so hard. What do you... Akuma. Wait, you should have seen my dad's face when I wasn't happy with my first model and he used white spirit. Oh no!
Oh.
What did he do?
He used white spirits to get paint off. Which I'm pretty sure melts plastic, doesn't it?
It probably did not end out good for that model. That's all. I'll just leave it at that. I learned pretty quick to just paint over the stuff I didn't like. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. Lesson learned.
Good night, darling. Marty's isn't that far away.
We will, well, when we leave, we will, but that's fine.
What is it? Another 2 hours?
At least 17.
Oh, 17-hour stream?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds good to me. Dan, are you ready for the 17-hour
Sounds
stream?
good to you. You paint while you're sleeping.
He probably does paint while he's sleeping.
I mean,
How do you think he got that dude on the dragon done?
yeah.
I think drugs might have involved on that day.
That was a combination of nicotine and energy drinks.
Exactly.
I got that one done. I worked through the night on that one.
Although, Akuma, I wish my dad had more of an interest in this stuff too. I would love to come home and just, oh, you bought me more models? But yes, then that adds to the pile of shame. I've got quite the pile right now that I need to catch up on. Honestly, it took me a good half hour this morning getting ready, looking through things like, well, what can we bring to work on today?
How about Dad? Does it give you extra money if you send money to yourself? Does it give you like a complimentary? a lot of money?
What?
If you go into your own stream and donate, does it give you like a certain amount of complimentary money?
No, you actually lose money that way.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, but he gets that money back.
No,
Yeah.
because Twitch takes so much percent of your money.
Them lying cheaters.
No, they're not.
Them lying cheaters.
I love you, bud.
Watching what it did to the model was kind of fun though. Well, hopefully it was just like a infantry model and not like a big battle line model, because that would be sad to watch or to think about, I guess.
Well, you got to figure though, back then, I mean, those earlier models were not the prettiest hunks of metal.
No,
And plastic.
Yeah, that's true.
You can just put those on time.
They're also much cheaper too.
Ah. Oh yeah.
My dad really enjoys the modeling and painting stuff, but anything to do with games that isn't either intellectually skill based or an FPS, he has no care for these days. Oh, it's just attack marine. Yeah, that's fine. I have a bunch of attack marines that I wouldn't mind getting rid of. They're kind of, in this day and age of Primaris Marines, they are probably the most worthless things ever. Kuma, what do you think of that gold kind of highlight?
I'll tell you after.
Matt?
Ooh, I like that. He's coming together nice.
I'm gonna do the face next.
I was gonna say that face. Yeah.
Literally all the highlight color is going to be gold. And then it'll be the gunmetal gray looking thing with red, eventually red, because I've got to build up the red. And then-
John, you still in here too? What do you think of that? Oh, see it?
What?
What you need?
What are you doing?
Well, I was putting this together and then something scared me because it was tapping on my leg and I broke my model.
Mm-mm.
That's these old metal ones.
How did you drop them?
I didn't drop them.
How did they break then?
I squeezed them.
Hmm? But they're metal. You
Yeah,
don't
but it's pure.
They're harder to get the glue to set.
Oh, so you didn't like break the model?
No,
You
yeah,
just
he's not
fell
broken. I just need to re-glue it.
Thanks, Akuma. I'm almost done with the mask, so like the knight hood. So
Alright, let's let him
it'll
dry.
kind of give a little bit more show off of what it's really like eventually.
Yeah,
There
but
we
dads
go.
are just that strong.
There we go. Oh yeah, that knight.
What?
That's
That
part of
night-
the part of the reason he broke. Dad's just that strong.
That knight face mask looks really good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Here, you want to see it in?
That looks even better in person. Sorry, camera world. That looks, yeah. Plus, Xander plays chords, so that's right up his alley. Xander, you go take a look at that. Go look at his knight.
I can't move my legs.
Oh,
What do you say?
goes, I'm starving. I can't move my legs.
Poor kid. But I bet as soon as you say, "Oh yeah, let's go. We're gonna go get something to eat," I bet his
He's
legs
gonna
work again.
spring to life.
I want to go get something to eat.
Yeah, Kuma, if you've seen any of the knights, like all the little skull details on them, I'm painting all those skulls like a gold, just to make those areas pop a little bit more. There's a lot of them, way too many. Welcome to the Imperium, I guess. Probably put this back in view of the camera. My bad, guys.
Yeah, I wish you guys could see that in person, even looking across. That night's coming along solid. It's getting me fired up. I'm ready for my Gorkanaut to be here. Gorkanaut, Morkanaut, however I want to make them.
Yeah, Kuma, if you look up the Facebook page, I should be able to get some pictures up on it
Yeah.
sometime today after. Just for a little bit better view of it.
No.
Hi, starving.
We will take.
I'm a person who drinks energy drink, then smokes to build a model.
Hey, I'm sitting right here.
No, I'm talking.
Why are you adding your dad like that, Xander?
No, I'm not talking to them.
Well, what did I do? Why aren't you talking to me?
No.
Gosh. You're moody.
Hey, you're butt face.
Well, again, I'm sitting right here.
Well, guess what, Xander? If he's a butt face, you're gonna have that butt face eventually. You're his son, after all.
Yeah, everybody says you look just like me.
Yeah, and you're the son of a goblin. You look exactly
You're the
like
son
one.
of a
I'm the son of
goblin.
a. I'm telling Grandpa you said
You're
that.
not.
You're gonna.
Can I-
You can take it up.
Can
with
you
him.
toss me your clippers really quick?
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you, Daddy. I'm not talking
Thank you.
to you. Talk about this.
I can't wait to tell Grandpa you called him a goblin.
Nuh-uh, I did not.
Oh, I'm gonna. As soon as we leave, I'm calling him.
You should just
You're
tell
not gonna believe what Xander just called you.
You know what's funny, Matt?
What's that?
This is gonna be on YouTube.
Oh, it's on the internet forever.
And this will be around 2:30. So that's like the
Around
perfect.
2:30.
Yeah.
We'll show Grandpa the evidence.
No! I'll beat you.
Quit.
I'll beat you.
Quit. You're gonna.
I was
Quit.
starving, you don't starve the Xander Manor.
What was that? They're speaking in tongues again. It's all
Yes,
holy water.
he keeps speaking in tongues. He's a little. I don't know what we're gonna do about it. I missed so many details of my earlier models that would have made them look so good, even just little shading bits. It's amazing how much you learn and improve. Agreed, but that's what I'm still working on mustering the courage to start painting and stuff. I mean, I've done a little bit here and there, but I'm always like, you take my own advice. Well, I can always paint over it, and you get better as you go. But like these models are so good looking, like and I spent so much money on it. I don't want to ruin it, but again, I gotta take the plunge.
Honestly, also, Knoll Oil is like liquid gold. For
What?
my
What
Knoll
is-
oil.
Oh,
Because after you get done painting, you slap some of that stuff on it. It literally just like, yep, this is how a model's supposed to look now. It looks great. And you literally just have to, you could throw that on your mistakes too. And it'll stain over your mistakes and it doesn't even make it look bad. It makes it look much better.
oh, the null oily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knoll oil is your friend.
Kuma said, "Poor kid. At least Kuma could deny it. You're on camera."
You're on camera for being a butt face.
Eh,
There it is.
there he goes
More,
again.
more evidence against
More,
his Xander.
more evidence.
And every time it said one less hour of painting. There we go. Got a little bit more gold on that part. Starting to look like an actual model now. Instead of just gray. Gray and black plastic. The tricks we learn, eh? Yeah. No oil is friend. And really just making your paints moist. If they're dry, you're not going to have a fun time. You know, Matt, I think that's a life lesson for a lot of things.
I was gonna say, when in doubt.
Life should be moist. Matt, did I ever show you the battle score we got? I'm trying to get this sucker off this base yesterday.
Oh no! I remember you told me about it, but I didn't see it. Let me get this Stein on him. Peter.
It went in and up, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, it didn't hurt.
When you said it, I was like, oh gosh.
What?
It didn't hurt.
He was trying to get those knights off their base so he could paint them better. And when he did, well, first off, they were super glued, which
You shouldn't super glue your.
if you're going to super glue something onto a base, make sure that
That base better
you
be
have
done.
zero intention of ever taking it off. But he got those, and when he was taking it off, he cut his hand.
On what?
The knife.
The X-Acto knife?
Yeah.
Yep.
What? How long ago was it?
I think that's what is so good about this hobby and the communities within it. It's like there isn't a single one of us that hasn't failed at some point, but that's not a negative. We all learn from the mistakes. We all learn to fix the problems we face. We are all there to share the lessons we have learned to help others who are facing the same problems or just starting out.
I agree 100%, and I actually even carry that over to everyday life.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to make mistakes, learn from it, have a positive attitude, find people and friends that you can do that stuff with and make mistakes. You guys can laugh at it and move on. That's awesome.
And it's really shown in like the Golden Demon winners these past few years. Like, we look at the first Golden Demon winner, like painting competition,
Uh,
they look like absolute trash. Not anything against those artists, but no one had any of the techniques that we have now.
well, yeah, exactly. The techniques, the standard are all.
Now
all
they're
of it.
shared to everyone, and everyone can paint as well as those first Golden Demon winners at this point. And if you
That's a
can't,
good point.
it's because you're probably just starting off.
Exactly. Because I mean, honestly, once you get even, it amazed me when I first started, like dry brushing, for example.
Yeah.
It's crazy how simple and easy it is, and then when you get it right, like how much, just how amazing it looks. I mean, and that's just, you can build on that, but that's awesome.
And to be honest, I never even used dry brushing until like, I want to say it was like my third army that I painted. Because, I painted with my towel, pretty garbage. A lot of spots on them that weren't covered. And then I painted up my custodians, and I literally just took the Retributor armor?
Yeah.
I got a gold spray can of it. And I used that. Came out trash, because the Retributor armor does not spray well through a spray can. And then I fixed them, I touched them up, and they look good now. But it wasn't until my orcs that I started using dry brushing techniques.
Well, that's what I wanted to practice more with washes and wet blends and stuff like that. But yeah.
Oh, I've heard wet blends are so nice for, just like armor and...
Oh yeah.
But honestly, airbrushing is so nice.
Yes, that's the one I need to delve into too. But the list of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's just nice because, you can prime your models any day of the year.
Oh, definitely.
You don't have to, is it too cold out? Is it too wet out? You have to get that perfect day to generally base coat your models.
Oh yeah.
But with an airbrush, you just go, yep, it's a day out. I'm going to airbrush today. When I first heard about it, I was like, so are we painting it or not? I don't understand, but oh my god, it's such a simple, easy effect.
The dry brushing,
Yeah.
yes,
It's really weird too, because dry brushing relies a lot on your base coats. Because if you want a good metal dry brush, you need to do a black.
Yep.
If you do a white, it's not going to come out at all.
Not all. Yeah.
And you can make certain colors look metallic in a way. If you take Ironbreaker, or not Ironbreaker, sorry, Runefang Steel, the really silvery metal ones, and you put it on a red, a bright red, it'll make that entire color look red.
Well,
Or look like metallic red.
Well, and like you said, with building up layers, I mean, you could start with. I mean, there's some where I saw people were taking purples, then going with a pink, and then going with a blue, and then layering down your green, and really doing layers to some orc flesh and stuff, just to make it more, to get in there with that detail and give it so much depth.
Make it a lot more lifelike. Too.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
What's better?
And honestly, yeah, that's true. Generally base black for most of my models. Akuma, if you want a really nice base coat for anything that's fleshy, put base coat red first, and then cover that the skin of the model with masking tape or something, and then base coat a red.
Thank you.
Xander, where's your models?
I'll put them in there.
Yeah, I might take him here shortly. Feed him.
Yeah, understandable. I'll probably be heading out here soon too.
Drive, we got to hit the
What?
road.
Yeah, and then heading to
Take into a nip.
yeah.
Chicken, you with you,
No, we're going out to her birthday dinner.
might wanna spend a little time. I wanna do some shopping today, so,
Okay.
before I get home. Go to Walmart, anything you wanted.
Nothing specific. If I think of something, I'll text you.
Alright.
Yeah, Kuma, I tend to do that too. I base a lot of my stuff with a black primer. There were some stuff when I was running corn a lot that I did a white primer because the red, those brighter colors really pop on a white. Oh yeah, definitely flesh tones. Build it up if you can.
Yes.
There again, there's probably some good YouTube for those, but yeah.
But yeah, that red will definitely, it makes it look more alive, I guess. One way to describe it.
Well, Xander, we got the troll's not. Do-do-do-do-do.
Why is there so much? I've got a bunch of gold coming out the back. I need to go wash my hands. And they're covered in gold.
Gold flake. Playing against them or painting them? I know I've had Necrons have been a headache lately. We've seen just they do not want to leave the board, or if they do, it's not for very long.
Oh, let's see. Oh, but I'm almost done with this big boy. That's for my brother Base White for his corner.
Yeah, I was just telling them, they've been terrible lately to get off the board.
Well, the thing with Necrons is you either need to, if they're running them in super big squads, you just need to just fire as many shots into them as possible with one unit, or you do like one shot things at a time, like a unit that doesn't have a lot of shooting at them. Like split fire definitely gets rid of them pretty easily.
Well, that's what I was almost thinking. Ignore the blobs of warriors while you can. Maneuver around them and just go, take the head off the snake.
That I wish that's how that worked, but it doesn't. Mainly because they have a stratagem where it's like, okay, I can auto wound, and it's like, oh well, I have this big giant creature. Oh well, I auto wound. So
See, and I remember it's been, I forget which edition, when Necrons said when you took out the leader, like they started crumbling.
They don't have a mind link or something like that, right?
You're thinking Tyranids.
No, they don't have like somebody to take orders from, so they start crumbling.
Kinda. In older editions, they had that.
that was probably 7th, because 7th was very much a
HQ focus.
well, no, it was more thematic. 8th edition became more. I mean, it was still thematic in a way. Like they had like their mortal enemies, that type of stuff. But it wasn't as like thematic as 7th. And then 9th is more of a more OBSEC and objective based game. Doesn't really care about theme anymore. At least that's how it feels like.
Oh yeah.
But
Sandra, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put stuff. Like at the time, Blood Angels had basically unlimited death company and rending rules, but if I didn't hit those 6s, his next round just brush it off. And I was standing there like, are you serious? But then he would hit me and I'd make the saves. I think it was Feel No Pain or something. Yeah, Feel No Pain. Can't remember off the top of my head, so the game went on. Oh gosh, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Feel No Pain. You're correct on that. And then yeah, I would imagine those would be long games back and forth, like taking forever just to take units out. Alright. Well, we got our trolls done. I'm actually fairly happy with how they turned out. My warlock turned out pretty sweet too. Let me see if I can put him on here. I like how he turned out too. Not a fan of the blue plastic, but I'm liking the Privateer Press models. He wasn't too terrible. He's got his trolls with him. All right, Alex.
you guys want to sit tight for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to show the plasma tutorial.
Oh, yeah.
So, and it's literally just a quick and dirty how to do plasma. Again, something I learned on YouTube because
Yeah, I'd love
in
to.
this hobby and painting, YouTube is just your friend and everything.
Well, I'm going to try to do I guess plasma-esque with when I start doing energy weapons for my orcs.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely remember those times, Akuma, where we literally just stop in the middle of a game, leave it in the game room, and go pick it up the next day. It's like, okay, I need a break. We've been at this for 12 hours.
This one will work with me. I don't want to force it or anything. Oh, and there it goes. There we go. So, Akuma, I'm not sure if you've done plasma weapons yet, but I'm just doing a kind of quick and dirty plasma-esque effect. And basically, you kind of just get into all those like grooves that you see on the plasma guns with like some Corax white. And I'll show it in a second. I'll show a better view of it in a second. But yeah, just getting all of your coils in the grooves and painted with a little bit of white and everything. shake up. It's unopened, so. This will actually, the nice thing about this paint, it'll glow in under black light.
Oh, no kidding.
Take a little bit of our white. And then just kind of go over with this new like pinkish color. Oh, we don't want to hit the recesses with this stuff. We just kind of want to hit it all along the tops of the grooves. If it gets into the recesses, it's fine. Because once this dries, we'll add more white to it. But and then we want to add it to. What the hell is that? Oh, the rest of that orange just fell off. This part that's supposed to make it
I wondered, yeah.
stay out, but it stays out perfectly by itself, which
Interesting.
is weird. But kind of add it around the edges of it for like lighting, because it's, you know,
Glowy effect.
it's very glowy, so it's going to hit everything coming at this angle. I like to put my brush on the thing and then kind of wiping it towards how the light would actually hit it at that angle.
Oh, wait, bud.
What?
Coming to your.
Yep, sorry. So it should start to look more like this. Yeah, just kind of get in the tips of the ridges. And even if you get in the ridges a little bit, that's fine. I mean, you're going to add more white at the end.
Almost like a really heavy dry brushing.
Yeah. And you just kind of want to hit anything. The farther away, you want to do just less and less. But the closer you are, the more that light's going to hit. So something like that even, where it's kind of in the Titan 2. And then do the final 2 steps, which haven't done before, so I'm a little nervous on them. But you take your actual color that you're using, and you're just gonna go back over it with it. I wonder if actually it would be better to do a dry brush for this.
Yeah.
Because I haven't actually done this before, so we'll see. Got all the thing out. No, it's just
Might need to let it
making-
dry. Let it dry.
Yeah.
You want to let that white dry.
Just a little bit. Super Geek's having another painting contest this year. Justin, planning on it apparently. So, I'm gonna, obviously, like last time, I'm gonna win the vehicle one again.
We'll have to get some vehicles painted up.
Yeah, I can't wait. Honestly, I wish we would have had more vehicles painted up because they could have looked so cool. But yeah, I'm hoping to put these nights in,
Well, when I get that Gorkanaut, I'll get him together and get him.
paint it up.
Because I want to, yeah. I don't have some fun with that one. I keep saying Gorkanaut. I'll probably make him a Morkanaut because the custom force field.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure if I can drive much with this paint.
I'm putting a bounty on your head, Tyler.
For what?
No, not. I'm. Oh, Rich.
Oh,
It's
that's
in
what
the
Rich
comments.
said.
Oh, yeah.
A bounty on my head for what? For a painting contest or just 40K in general? Because I still have not been beat.
Oh, Rich. Yeah, Rich, you ought to throw together a 40K army.
Yeah, throw one together. Try me because, you know, it's a young man's game anymore.
Oh,
Um,
now I'm stuck in the middle of that. Because I'm not young or old. Best vehicle.
best vehicle. Yeah, that's fine. I'll crush you with that. I'm waiting.
Style of like the paint of your characters.
Well, just a painting contest. Who can do the best job? You gonna paint one up? We'll get Scarbrand. Duck and roll. Don't stay stuck. All right.
That was close.
I'm gonna take this little cornlet
No, I'm not a
to get
cornlet.
refilled. He's hungry.
If anything, you're a big cornlet.
No, I'm an orc. Don't you
No, you're a
badmouth
big
me.
cornlet.
I am a big. What?
Yeah.
We don't even know. We don't even know.
Hey, if I'm a little cornlet, I got my cornlet from my dad. Yeah, so you're a big cornlet.
Surprised you're adopted.
Ain't that the worst way to find out?
I'm playing. You're gonna chip off the old block.
Surprise me with 30.
Orc
Alright,
found
well.
a baby blood letter and
Next week,
Took it in.
what are we streaming next week?
I know the War Machine Hordes. We're doing the demos of that stuff. I
We're
believe
streaming your army
we gotta
getting
talk with
destroyed.
John and
Yeah,
them,
that's what
see
we're
all
gonna
more
say.
details. But I know he was running it.
Okay.
But I believe that's next Saturday. War
It's
Machine
being
Hordes.
destroyed.
The weekend after, I'm gonna be out because we're doing stuff for Easter.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll not do anything Easter weekend. Easter weekend's gonna be
Well, yeah, I think next weekend is Easter.
Oh,
weekend.
is Easter weekend next weekend? Well, then the weekend after, because
Yeah, that's the weekend we're doing stuff.
yeah. But yeah, War Machine Hordes next weekend.
Yeah.
Weekend after, nothing planned, and then the week after that, we'll
We'll get some demo games.
probably do another battle report
Yeah.
for 40K.
For sure. We'll talk with Connor more too. I mean, if he wants to, some of the battle tech, I mean, we can take and play test pretty much whatever. So
And Xander's.
we got one of
being
those
Xander.
wiggly things. He says he's not hungry, but he's all kinds of energy.
Matt, ask Justin about the TV channel set up coming soon.
Justin, the TV
I'm
channel
watching
set up
myself.
coming soon. Tell me about it in a second. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
Fair enough. Tops.
top secret. I
Top
guess,
secret for
right
now.
Yep.
Things to come though, everybody.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see you next week. Kuma,
I'm watching
I
myself.
mean, you know where to find us. So
What?
you have a good weekend.
Take care, guys. Yeah, definitely find us on Facebook. Come on. Would love to chat even off camera.
I'm watching him.
Yeah, Facebook
Compare notes.
is literally the same thing, but without the gaming.
Yep.
Just super geeks.
And even just tag yourself. Join it, then say something like, "Hey, this is Kuma." We'll find you.
All right, we'll see you later.
Have a good weekend, guys.